Tom Brady is now in the Bucs are the favorites to win the Super Bowl. They're certainly supposed to get there. They are the favorites, clear cut. Last year, the over-under, I want to say, was 9.5 or 10 games. And I remember thinking, maybe I'll take the over barely. Maybe that's a 10 or 11 team. Maybe they can win a playoff game. But the Super Bowl, year one, Brady just got there. I ran into Frank Sinatra once. I said, Frank, how old is Tom Brady really? He said, Tom Brady's 112 years old. The dude is like coming to America. The dude is smashing the record for age and longevity every time he takes the ball. He was an old quarterback. They won the Super Bowl. He didn't just win a game or two in the playoffs. He won the Super Bowl and had to go through Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes to do it. Now, that would be one thing you'd say, well, the pressure's off. He won the Super Bowl. How much do you want from the guy? Except now they've set expectations. Oh, man, he has me on TV, Mr. Cliff, saying he's still great. He's one of the best three quarterbacks in the game still, even at his age. And no, I don't see signs of slowing down, actually, now that he has weapons. That was the key. And, oh, does he have weapons? Stephen A., Gronk and AB all year now? I mean, and they were great in the Super Bowl. They were catching touchdown passes. And then they return all 22 starters? That never happens. The expectations now, because of Brady's own greatness, have been set as high as expectations can possibly be. They are considered almost unanimously the best team in the NFC, if not the best team in football. The expectations are sky high.
Well, the expectations might be high, but that doesn't mean they're as high as they were in year one. And the reason I say that is because he departed from New England. And we all know the story behind his departure, specifically as it pertains to Bill Belichick and the relationship that those two had. As I reported on numerous occasions, if Bill Belichick wanted Tom Brady to stay, Tom Brady would still be a New England Patriot. That's what I was told. If Bill Belichick had gone to Tom Brady, I don't want to lose you. I want you to stay. Tom Brady would have remained in New England. Tom Brady departed because he knew that the coach that was Bill Belichick was looking to move on, plain and simple. And so to know Tom Brady, to know how, much of a competitor he is, how he's anxious to prove his own mettle, et cetera, when he walked into Tampa Bay last year, he didn't just walk in as a six-time Super Bowl champion. He walked in as a guy that Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to defer to in a lot of ways. The system that he wanted to employ, the personnel that he wanted on the roster. That's why Gronkowski came out of retirement. That's why Antonio Brown, who Bruce Arians once said, is no place for him in this locker room. We don't need that here. All right, all of a sudden was willing to bring him on board, et cetera, et cetera. Those kind of Leonard Fournette departs from Jacksonville and ends up coming to Tampa. Those things don't happen unless Tom Brady wants it to happen, and Tom Brady gives the okay. And so he didn't just arrive at Tampa as a player, as the quarterback. He arrived as a decision maker. And so everything he did was going to be under a microscope. And then not only does he beat Aaron Rodgers to get to a Super Bowl, but then he gets to the Super Bowl and knocks off Patrick Mahomes in very, very convincing fashion, while picking on the great Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, along the way. When you do something like that, yeah, there's some expectations for you to win, but nothing's bigger than what he did last year.
I'll say this. Pressure, yes, I agree. The pressure may not be on as much this year because he just won you the Super Bowl. Now you want him to win back-to-back, but the expectations, we know now how good this team actually is. We know now for sure. You could say, oh, we already knew Brady wasn't slipping. You don't know that until you see it, really. 40 touchdown passes. We know he can still really play, and it's an issue of weapons. We know the weapons are elite. They have a running game. They have an offensive line. They built it. It's beautiful. They have three-headed monster at receiver, maybe the best three receivers we've ever seen all on the same team. We know all this. Expectations high. Stephen A., if he gets the NFC Championship game and loses, the pressure won't be, there's not as much pressure, but we expect them to be great.
You expect them to be great, but there's great teams that's lost in conference championship games.
Yep. Expectations higher,
I mean,
pressure
when you talk
lower,
about
if
pressure,
that's
you got to get to
possible.
the playoffs. He can't flop and don't even
Of
make
course.
the playoffs. But you lose in the playoffs, and this is NFL.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.